This is an RNIB talking book.
The Brook Kerith by George Moore. The Brook Kerith. A dedication. My dear Mary Hunter, it appears that you wished to give me a book for Christmas, but were in doubt what book to give me, as I seemed to have little taste for reading, so in your embarrassment you gave me a Bible. It lies on my table now with the date 1898 on the flyleaf. My constant companion and chief literary interest for the last 18 years. Itself a literature, it has led me into many various literatures and into the society of scholars. I owe so much to your Bible that I cannot let pass the publication of the Brook Kerith without thanking you for it again. Yours always, George Moore. Preface. My father, a man of the 18th century, a partaker of its culture and courtesy, was a paragon of learning in Mayo, where the 18th century lingered on through the 19th, and in the 50s it was sometimes the lot of a very small child to come to the dining-room for goodies. But the child's pleasure in nuts and apples, or whatever the dessert might be, was small in comparison with the pleasure he took in hearing his father talk to the guests. As they sat drinking claret, he, more than any one of them, absorbed in the stories that his father told of the years he'd spent in Syria. And so Syria and stories became part and parcel of me at a very early age. One night, Archbishop MacHale was dining with us. My father had risen from his chair, and I heard him say, standing on the hearthrug before the fire, "If it hadn't been for Paul, the whole thing would have been a failure." A certain hush fell on these words. I was conscious that the speakers were embarrassed, and now, if I strain my memory, it seems that I did put a question. Dull, indeed, would be the reader who was not lured by so pretty an anecdote as a child's awakening interest in Paul, but I'll not invent a childish question to gratify the reader. What I remember must satisfy him. My disappointment when the conversation stopped abruptly. It is said that when walls are overthrown, seeds buried under masonry catch root and flourish again. Thoughts are like seed, and in no other way.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?